I'm going to make a cream of mushroom soup. So the first thing, in goes the butter. With the butter, in goes coarsely chopped mushrooms with the onions. We don't want to brown it. We just want to sweat it up real good. Put a lid on it. And I'm not going to watch this and waste film, but I'm just going to show you what else is going to go in there. Then a third of a cup of flour is going to go in. And at the very end, if you notice how thinly sliced the mushrooms are, because I want to see mushrooms in there. There's so many different ways you could do this presentation-wise. You could cook the mushrooms separately, take them out, make the soup, thicken the soup, strain it, and then put the mushrooms back. I'm simplifying things today. And I'm using a chicken stock, which is getting heated on the other side of the stove. So after I put the flour in, I'm going to mix it. And even if there are little lumps in the flour, it doesn't matter because I'm going to use the speed stick to smooth this whole thing out. Very simple. So I'm going to come back in about 10 minutes. So I'm shutting the camera off now. Well, I came back into the kitchen before I made it. I smelt the aroma through the house. So that was 10 minutes. Very nice. Now, the flour, except I changed my mind a little bit. I'm usually pretty good on the amount of roux that I make. Try not to go over, and I'm looking at the amount, so I'm going to go for a half a cup. And if it's too much, I'll make adjustments in the recipe. So far, it's simple. And now we go for the stock. Using a pot just big enough to cook, just large enough for the amount of soup, which is what you should do. You shouldn't use a giant pot and have plenty of space left over. Now what I'm going to do here, I'm going to allow this to cook for a few minutes, or I'll just go ahead and get the, which I'm going to do. Sorry, I misplaced my speed stick. So we're going to do this now. I don't have to wait, because whatever's in there that has to cook is going to cook, whether it's ground up or not. And the onions and the mushrooms are soft enough now I don't want to lose any of the roux. Okay. Right now, I'm liking the consistency. So if you don't have one of these speed sticks, you can let the soup cool down, put it in a Cuisinart and run it, or a blender. But this is a great tool to have. To finish a sauce that you want, smooth it out, and I think I did the right job with the amount of roux, or flour, that's in there, and we're going to test it. Take a spoon. I'm going to cook this for about 20 minutes. I'm going to cover it and let it cook slowly. And this cream soup is very similar. The only thing missing here is the cream, the heavy cream, which I have in the refrigerator, which I'm going to add later, and the sherry wine at the last minute. So the soup, as you can see, that's a nice consistency. Like a sauce, it coats the back of a spoon. And this, I'm going to cover it, put it on a low flame, very low, and allow it to just simmer there. Setting my timer for 20 minutes, and then when I come back, I'm going to add the sliced mushrooms to that. They will cook in like 1 minute. And then we'll have a soup that really took no time and was simple to put together. Let's just take a look at it. It's only been 5 minutes. You see it's rolling very slowly, little bubbles. That's boiling, but slow. And if you can see the flame, nice and low. Okay, so 20 minutes has passed. Going to add the mushrooms. And season it with salt and pepper. I'm using black pepper. You should really use white pepper so you don't see the black pepper in the soup. That's the right way to do it. So you can either do it that way or put black pepper, because I like the taste of black pepper. First, taste the soup anyway, before you season. When I got tasting it with the spoon, I'm going to rinse off the spoon and use it again. I don't want anybody to accuse me of double dipping. Oh, wow. You want mushroom? That's mushroom. It isn't too often when I make something I really love it. That's this. So, we go with, we don't need a lot of salt. And in this house, my wife wants to add more salt to it, she can. And I'm only going to put in there a teaspoon of salt. And as far as the black pepper goes, I'll put in 1/4 of a teaspoon. So at this point, with the pepper and the salt, it's up to the individual. But this is just giving you a pleasant flavor, not too salty and not too hot, spicy. Those mushrooms actually are done. So I'm going to taste it again. Haha. Well, what happened to the important ingredient? It's a cream of mushroom soup, isn't it? Thank you. So, what we have here is the cream. And we are not cheap when we add the cream. Heavy whipping cream. All of that. And that's half a pint. The only other thing I will add to this is the sherry wine. And I told my wife I'm not using that cheap sherry wine that she had in the closet for this, because it's horrible. So you need a good sherry, especially just like Marsala. You add Marsala wine and sherry wine, at the end you want a delicious flavor. Clean spoon, thank you people. I need the sherry, and that's all I need. So there you go. Wasn't that simple? But I'll add the sherry later and we'll taste it again. Now I'm going to add the sherry. I'm starting off with just 1/8 of a cup. And then we're going to taste this. And all you need is just a little flavor of the sherry. You're not making a mixed drink at a bar. Another 1/4 of a cup and we're done. Hope you enjoy. And when you serve it, scallions or chopped parsley on top. Enjoy.